Hello, everyone. It is Shay in Silver Lake. It is June the 7th, 2026, Sunday. Ooh, look at that sky. Look at my son's truck. He's sorting all that stuff, and then he's got to take it all in. And there's other people too that everybody's going to do a collective thing. So he's doing that. Anyway, June 7th, 2026. It was 64 degrees today. The low tonight's supposed to be 34, anywhere between 31 and 34. My phone says 34, but I ain't taking any chances. It's the last cold day this week. The next one is Tuesday at 37. Anyway, it's about 58 degrees right now. There's a 6-mile-an-hour wind. And man, look at that sky. Man, the sunsets out here are hard to beat. So, got a couple things covered. I transplanted that, so I decided to cover it. That's a new chocolate mint that I have that I decided to plant separately from my other chocolate mint. And then I got that plum tree down there covered. This pear tree covered. Oh, my son pulled the sink from out of there, so it's gonna be my new wash station, and that will be my carry. It's so much easier because that thing's so light. I guess I should pick this up. Oh, I'm beat today. That's where the extra blanket was going. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to try to think of something for this stuff right here. I forgot this stuff. I'll just have to pull that blanket and put it over there. And then, I mean, this is really bushy, the snapdragons. And I would kind of like to know what color this one is. My aunt had some carrots today, but that one was all woody. That was a second-year carrot, so that one I should have probably let go to seed, but whatever. Look at this onion growing right here. Just living its best life. I got another one over here. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. Like, every time I turn around, there's onions in that bed. Because that's a big white this is big white onions. And then there's garlic and green onions in this bed. And that's what it is. Those are green onions that are all over the place. And more and more. Oh, there's one right there. See? I pulled a couple out of here when I cleared this. There's nothing in that one. But there's garlic over here in this one. So that's pretty much why I don't have a lot of rodents or anything like that in my garden, is because I have onions and garlic planted everywhere. I have garlic going along the whole side of the house up there. Garlic is something that, I mean, I think it's pretty. The ones that I have over here is different than the ones I have over there. These ones are wild garlic. I got this from my sister-in-law before she passed away. We hiked a little bit, and we found this wild garlic. And I brought it here, and it had a big flower on it that had a bunch of seeds. So I sprinkled the seeds, and that's what the smaller ones are. And then I planted the big bulb, but I had broke it up. And, you know, this will be actually its second year living here. So she's been gone 2 years, February. anyway, so I keep that going like that. And then the strawberries I don't cover. My radishes are so cute. They're all red. They're so cute. All this I covered back here. I've got a couple watermelons sporadically. I finally covered that lavender because it is not doing well. I covered this mojito too. And there's like a watermelon down there. And then I didn't cover any of this. Like, you know, there's no onion back here, so this is kind of like open ground. If a rabbit catches this before they catch their second leaves, they'll just munch, 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 munch. Which I'm really surprised. But again, those that are all popped up in about 5 days. And that many, and those seeds I soaked for more than an hour because I got sidetracked. But so over an hour, they soaked in water, and then I planted them. The ones down here that are just now popping through from that post all the way this way, I did not. These were dry. So there is a significant difference between those and these. And I don't know why that this side's thicker. I don't know. I don't know how that went, but it is a significant difference. And when I give away strawberries starts, I try to, I don't have them in dirt. What I do is I just throw them all in a bucket of water and let it soak. And I think that I should be doing that with the irises. And because it's so hard to get somebody to come and get irises, I want to thin this out to nothing. If I could pull all the irises out of here, that's what I would like to do. Because this is Puka Lane, and this is one of my favorite spots, and I have all this grass growing. I need to gut these two. That is going to be my goal for next year, is to try to get my son to dig all this out and have him dig me another trench on where this, not this fence line, but the next fence line, where from the gate, maybe not from the gate, like I'll come into like maybe the first metal post all the way up until I hit the other end. So this side will be irises and that side will be irises. And that will stop deer from jumping that fence over because they don't like jumping over this stuff. I don't know why. They just don't like it. But I'll just do that with all this. And just go to town, digging it all out, separating it, and just, I want something simple here. Like, I don't know, just something very, very simple and few and far between, like that it doesn't take up very much space. I want something like that. I mean, I love all the greenery and everything, but I'm just going to have the greenery over there. I still get it. I still enjoy it. It'll take a little while for it to bounce back. And I would be more likely to water this, because this one doesn't get very much water. This line, and this line goes all the way to the end here. You know what I mean? So I will have to water that for the first year. And then after that, you can taper off watering them because they're drought resistant. They like it. You don't have to overly water them. But I will see the 2 rows. I will get into the habit of watering that. And then I wouldn't be watering this as much. So that's my goal. I was thinking that's what I should do. I didn't do a lot in here except for uncover stuff. Nitpicked at this and that, pulled some weeds. What did I do out here? I don't think I did anything really. I was out here all day. Oh, I planted zinnias, and they're covered. So I've got those going, not really going. I just have them in the ground, not watered yet or anything, just covered, to like harden them already. Either they make it or they don't. Doesn't matter to me. Hopefully they do. And then I rearranged this, cleaned up all that. I decided not to use that thing. It's just too hard to use. It'll be great to cover, maybe I'll use that as a shade cloth. Like if I had an arch, like a cattle panel, and then made it an arch, I think that would go really good over it. But I'm not that worried about it. So, which I don't know why I didn't think about, because I could have just did a cattle panel like this. And then I would have just had an arch going out the door right here. That was like, look at Scotty's sitting there waiting for me to come in. All right, so peace, love, and happiness. May peace be with you always. Have a wonderful day, week, hour, minute, month, second, year. You know the schmill. Don't forget to rewind and be kind. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I watered, and that took 2.5 hours, and then today was Sunday, so I had study. So, and then, I emptied my wagon, and I'm going to rinse it out tomorrow and call the gentleman that's giving me the bricks. And it's within walking distance. And I'll either try to walk. I think I should drive my car and just put my wagon in the car. And then use the wagon to get the bricks and then to wheel them back to the car. And that's the same height as my wagon, so I can just sit on, that's like a little chair. I just sit and, boom, 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 boom. And it's only maybe 30, maybe 40 bricks. And 30 I might be overestimating. I didn't stand there and count them. But the bricks I want to use for my sidewalk out front, that means that's less little pea gravel that I have to buy to go in between the bricks. So, like, once I get enough stuff to finish that sidewalk, then I can look at putting the gravel in, and these bricks will make a huge impact on the sides. So I think that's going to look good. And they're pretty good shape, so I'm happy about that. And they're free. That's even better. I covered a couple things out here, a couple of the bigger sunflowers with just pots. I'm not going to really worry. And I covered a couple of the garlic, but man, the garlic there's 20 of them I counted. But I feel like I tried to dig around for one right there, because I feel like I would have put one right there. I don't know. And maybe I only had 20. Should have counted, but I don't know. But garlic's a great thing. Like for your house, just plant next year. I might even do it this year, I think. I think I'm just going to plant garlic in between everything all the way around your buildings. I mean, you can get a couple cloves, and that gives you at least 20 pieces a piece. And then, so that's 2 cloves gives you 20 pieces. And if you space them out, like, I think that's what I'm going to do. and try to rip. I think I'm going to probably pull out this, these, because Bruce just keeps digging right there. I need to put like fencing, like dig it all up, put fencing down, cover it back up with dirt, so that way he can only dig for, you know, so far. All right, anyway, I'm gonna go. I gotta take a picture. I don't know. I don't have a picture. Oh. Maybe I can zoom in, edit it or something. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.